Hello. So Friday's vlog and what I'd like to say about things. I want to talk about the Mummy and really kind of formation of kind of these universes that they're trying to make. All the big kind of cinema people are trying to make at the moment. Cinema people, studios are trying to make. So Universal, I think is trying to build was trying to build the Dark Universe. Was trying, still might be trying. I don't know. As is its own kind of universe with, like, you got the MCU, you got DC. They're trying to build a franchise, a big franchise that they can use in the same way. A bunch of interconnected films with many characters that they can have like an Avengers moment or a Justice League moment with. And I think the first problem I think here's the problem I maybe have with some of these sort of like ideas around having franchises and stuff, isn't the quality of writing or anything like that actually now. It's that films are starting to be made, have been being made, and are starting to be made now with how can we make this film into a wider thing. Highlander from the 80s is a victim of this, that really we it needs to be recognised. Highlander had, after it, Highlander a quickening. Highlander itself is a brilliant self-contained film in and of itself, self-contained, wonderful. But they made the quickening, and then they made a number of sequels based upon the TV series, which were better than, but not as good as the original. And the quickening just took everything that was great about Highlander and then just urinated all over it. Very poorly written, poorly made, poorly thought out film. And this is where maybe I think possibly the kind of the kind of the Universal Dark Universe idea doesn't work. It's looking to make films that will link in with one another. And the point is, they made the original interconnected universe. They, the old, before I think RKO and stuff like that. They took things like Dracula and Frankenstein and the Mummy and a load of other things, Wolfman, and they linked them all in together. But as themselves, each film was a film that was, and so, was a film unto itself. It could be watched alone. You can watch Frankenstein, the original Boris Karloff Frankenstein, and it is a self-contained film. You can watch, from what I can remember, because it's been years since I've seen it, the Invisible Man and Dracula and Bela Lugosi, the Wolfman. All these are the same. They they tend to be self-contained. And then later on they think, well, how can we make a sequel that comes out of this? How can we make a sequel that comes out? How can we link things in? But fundamentally, they're not trying to set up a universe that's interconnected. They're trying to make a one-off movie and then merge them in together. And I think Universal missed a trick. I know it's probably old news, but they've missed a trick. They really should have made a standalone Mummy movie and then asked how they can make a standalone Dracula movie, how it can make a standalone with similar looks to them. Because the point about the original kind of like interconnectedness of Universal movies, the original sort of like horror movies, wasn't that they were deliberately made with to link into each other. They were made with a certain kind of look that was prevalent at the time. Because of the look, they could all link in together. And if they just went with, let's have a look at it, let's have a feel, and then let's see what happens next, but let's try and make these as self-contained, I think it'd work better. I think it would work, but who knows? Because at the moment, everybody wants their own franchise. Instead of making like really good standalone movies, and I'm personally like standalone movies. I'm a big fan of Highlander. Love Highlander to pieces. It's a great film. Watch Flash Gordon, which was so obviously made to have a number of sequels, and doesn't, because it has that kind of ring comes down, you get the Ming merciless laugh, and it picks up the ring, and the end, question mark. But the film itself is self-contained. You can watch a whole of Flash Gordon and come away with a, well, that's left me satisfied. That hasn't left me thinking, oh, but nothing's been answered about anything. And, you know, is Flash secretly Ming's adopted godson through Voltan? Or, you know, you don't think like that. It's a good self-contained movie that gives a possibility to another one. And that's possibly what they should be aiming for in some of these franchises they're trying to start up. I'm just saying. It's a little bit of a rant, actually. Anyway, that's my Friday vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up if you did. Subscribe, please, maybe. Don't know. Up to you. Bye.